Hey gardeners, I want to talk about dandelions. For decades, we Americans, and probably other countries too, have had an absolute vendetta against dandelions in the lawn. But there are some really cool things about dandelions that I would like to point out. First, every part of the dandelion is edible. So if you like to make dandelion tea or dandelion wine or just put some extra greens in your salad, you can do all of that with a dandelion. So it's really good and it's really healthy for you. Thing two, and this is the really cool one that you probably haven't heard before, dandelions have a very deep taproot that is designed to pull up nutrients from very deep in the ground that would otherwise not really be available to the other plant roots around the dandelion. So dandelions absolutely thrive in poor soils, specifically soils that are low on calcium and boron. So if you have dandelions and you just cannot get rid of them, do a soil test, and I'll lay you bets you're low in calcium and boron. And what they do is they will pull up those nutrients from deep, deep down into the soil, and they'll pull it up and actually correct the soil around them. And then 1 year, the dandelions are just gone. They literally correct the soil to the point where they can no longer survive, which seems like a strange evolutionary trait, but whatever. They help their neighbors and then they move on, I guess. If you do want to get rid of your dandelions, but you want to avoid the herbicides, start by doing a soil test to make sure that you're actually low on calcium and boron, and then try amending with calcium. So you could get a fertilizer that's for like tomato blossom end rot, which is caused by low calcium, and you could fertilize the lawn with that. Or you could make your own fertilizer out of eggshells, just blend them up with water or whatever. There's plenty of recipes online. But that is an option if you did want to control your dandelions without resorting to weed and feed. Another cool thing about dandelions is that they feed a lot of generalist pollinators. So dandelions are not native to the US, they're European. They were brought over by settlers because they're such a useful plant. So we don't have any native insects that naturally eat them. However, our European honeybees absolutely love them, and quite a few of our generalist pollinators can use them, like bumblebees and several others. So they are useful. They do at least feed the native pollinators, even if they didn't evolve with them. So at least as far as giving back to ecology, they are better than just grass in a lawn because they actually do benefit the native insects that live here. So I hope you found those little tidbits about dandelions interesting, and now maybe you won't need to have a vendetta against them in your lawn.